Hello everyone, this is Dushyyk aka Dushyyk and welcome to Dushyyk Writes. Today I'll be talking about my review of The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. This book is a nice little fantasy novel and it took me around 10 hours to finish reading it. Let me start by a small summary of the book. The Midnight Library by Matt Haig is a thought provoking novel that delves into the concept of regret and the possibilities of alternate lives. The story revolves around Nora Seed, a woman in her 30s who feels overwhelmed by her failures and missed opportunities. Her life has become a series of regrets and she believes she has nothing to live for. This leads to her attempted suicide. But instead of dying, she finds herself in the Midnight Library, a place between life and death filled with books that contain different versions of her life. In the library, she meets Mrs. Elm, her old high school librarian who explains the library's purpose. The library is there to offer Nora a chance to live different versions of her life based on choices she regrets not making. Each book in the library represents a life she could have lived if she had made a different decision. Nora can choose any book, experience that life, and see if it is the one she would like to stay in permanently. Nora explores various lives, each based on a significant decision she had once pondered upon. In one life, she is a successful Olympic swimmer. In another, she is a rock star. She experiences being a wife, a mother, a vineyard owner. In each life, teaches her something new about herself and also about the nature of true happiness. Let me start with the review. The story is written in the first person point of view, and Matt has done a really good job at showcasing each of the scenarios that Nora experiences. The writing is simple and easy to understand. The story sometimes moves in a non linear fashion, and at some point, you will have to turn the pages back and forth to stay on point with a particular timeline. Matt does an excellent job in keeping the tone, pace, and the overall texture of each of the stories different from one another. The writer also does a commendable job of adding layers to each of the characters. As each of the scenarios unfold, Matt does well to subtly showcase how different characteristics of the same individual gets highlighted depending on what situation is presented in front of him. This adds a new facet to an existing character, keeping the reader invested throughout the novel. Let me now present to you my take on the story. The writer takes the basic human nature of reflective nostalgia and dives into the rabbit hole of what could have been. I would be amazed to find someone who has not daydreamed about an opportunity lost or a chance not taken. The great thing about the story is that in all the worlds that the protagonist dreams up, the writer stays true to one constant of human nature, that is, the drive to fight and the drive to change something if you feel it is wrong or if it makes you unhappy. As you progress through the story, you can feel the protagonist transform. She starts on the verge of giving up on life, and by the end, she stands up, scrambles for the chance to live, even if it means returning to her original, seemingly miserable life. In short, this is a coming of age story of a nobody who decides that it is okay to be a nobody as long as you are a somebody to yourself. Please read a complete and detailed review of the book on my blog site www.dushyyk.com, the link of which is mentioned in the description below. Please also do not forget to hit the like and the subscribe button. Please also click the bell icon to get regular notifications from my channel. Thank you so much for your time.